Hello and welcome to my little mountain hideaway. I am now about 36 hours home, returned from Lisbon. Still very jet lagged. Managed to get about 7 hours sleep last night, which was awesome. The night before I got 4, not so good. Just started diving into some of the footage that Aaron and I shot while we were on vacation. And just another rough cut of a music video that we worked on to her. So hopefully you'll get a thumbs up or thumbs down, hopefully a thumbs up, in the next few hours, and I can continue kind of fine tuning that. I have a couple thousand photos to still go through, which is a bit daunting, as I really didn't do too much editing while I was there. I just kind of put them in a folder and verified they looked okay and sat on. Definitely a bit tired at the moment. Did a shoot last night because that's what you do when you have somebody available who wants to work. You take a lot of coffee and take your jet lag self off to the studio and make some art. And I'm actually meeting up with another friend of mine this afternoon to talk about a few upcoming projects. So we'll have some more things going on. Try to keep the workflow going, as I am now officially unemployed for the next 5 months or something. But anyways, just kind of want to say welcome back to the few people who watch this thing. It's a lot of fun, that trip. A lot of fun. Definitely not what I expected on almost any level. I try to keep expectations and preconceived notions to a minimum when I do things. Like to say, it keeps you from getting disappointed, but also just keeps your mind open creatively. And for what I had going in store, for what my mind had going in store for what we're going to do over there in Portugal, a lot of that went out the window within about a day, but in a good way. I think I went there with the idea of shooting a very specific book, and it kind of became apparent once we got on the ground that the concept wasn't quite as fully baked as I had thought, combined with it wasn't really right for Erin. Her modeling experience is a little different. She does less fashion work, more being herself really than trying to put on a character. And through just a few days of walking around and shooting and stuff, I kind of realized that the concept of creating this fictionalized version of her was going to be fake. It was going to be fictionalized, and just decided just to shoot actually her as she is and as she does stuff. So we kind of scrapped part of the concept and shifted the focus a little bit, and rather than try to create situations or create images, it was more a little more documentary style. But I think the product, I think the shots are much better and the story is much better. There definitely is an emotional arc to the photos, and an emotional arc to the trip. We went into this thing really barely knowing each other. I met her about a year and a half ago when traveling through the DC area. I booked a shoot with her, and we hit it off. Had a good day. Just seemed pretty natural, pretty comfortable, and then sort of kept in touch via via online, via Facebook as people do, and the occasional email, but was never really, it was very much a distant, oh hey, how's it going, once every few months, maybe get a reply. And then prior to seeing her again a few months ago, I kind of stepped up my contact a little bit, kept in touch a bit more, and kind of heard her story. She had a bit of a rough time this last year, kind of a lot of emotional upheaval, and that that's not really public per se, but I mean it's not really nothing you go into. But she had a rough year, and it kind of occurred to me maybe about a week prior to seeing her again, which was I think in August. We shot and hung out for a day. That maybe she'd like to go to Europe. I kind of thought that this girl needs something, somebody to do something nice for her. Combined with I want to have somebody have this experience with, go on vacation with, somebody hang out with. I'm not the most social person when it comes to making new friends, so it's a little daunting of 2 weeks in a foreign country where I didn't know anybody. Um, but long story short, we when we met up again a couple months ago, um, prior to shooting and stuff, we were to go take out for lunch, and we started chatting. I just kind of blurted out, "Do you want to go?" And she said yes. I think it was probably very very spur of the moment on on her part, and semi spur of the moment on mine. Uh, I'm sure that within probably 24 hours there's a bit of a freak out moment of like, what did I agree to go do? Uh, but thankfully we both made it. There was a few nervous moments. The going on vacation with somebody I barely know. But we got there, and we had a few heavy conversations. Well, several heavy conversations, actually, almost on a daily basis. But it was really good. I sort of described it at one point as being dumping a 6 month friendship into 2 weeks. Um, in that the experiences we went through, basically being together 24/7. I think we had 3 hours where about 2 or 3 days in we just had to go, kind of our own little way for a while and hike around. But aside from that, it was basically just the two of us the entire time. Whether we were shooting, out hiking, taking trains to other cities, just exploring, and you don't you rarely spend that much time with anybody. So it was a pretty fun experience, and really getting to know her as an artist was really truly exciting. Um, as you guys will see in the coming weeks, months, as I start releasing material and get this book out, um, she is insanely talented. I try not to pontificate or um, talk people up too much when it comes to art, as there's a lot of very talented people out there. But there are very few people I've met in my life where I go, this person was born to do this, and um, they will, and that's taking out my rock star employers out of the equation because that's kind of obvious. Um, I've met probably a handful of people in my life in the last 20 years or so that I went, this is person born to do what they're doing. She's very much born to do this. Incredibly talented songwriter, musician. I'm really super excited about meeting her working partner Phil at some point, who's a bandmate, because I think his work is equally as impressive. And hopefully we'll be doing some video work for the two of them at some point, which would be fabulous because I'm really enjoying doing the music video thing. But anyway, so like we'll be releasing some new material. We threw up like a music video about a week ago. It was just my really first foray in ever doing any kind of video stuff, and it was just some footage we shot and with a really basic demo of a song she recorded. The new stuff we have coming out will be much more produced, much more professional looking, thankfully, as I finally learned how to use the camera properly. And there will be some pretty awesome stills coming out as well. If you've followed my Instagram page or my Facebook page, you've seen some of the photos we've done. That's been just scratching the surface. I'm really trying to keep the majority of my work. Oh, lovely text message. I'm really trying to keep the majority of the work set aside for the book. So I'll release a couple photos, but the majority will be set for when the book's done. The goal at the moment is to probably set aside Monday and Tuesday to go through, edit the photos, get a basic outline, and learn InDesign so I can put them together, and then send Aaron a copy. Aaron is going to actually write some captions, like with the poetry, description kind of stuff, just what was in her head the moment the photo was taken. For some of the photos, so there'll be actually some written word in there. Originally it was be just photos, but I think as we talked about this, we sort of realized that there's more going on. So I'm going to allow her to spend some time with the shots and see what her thought process is, write some stuff out, and then hopefully get a copy back in a week or so, which would be great. We'll see about that. And then start the old Kickstarter campaign. I do have to do a test print with the print house before I get this done. I think a lot of the people who do the books are either asking for an obscene amount of money up front, or they're they don't have the product ready. So my goal is by the time we have our Kickstarter campaign, that I really have everything ready to go, and it's just paying for printing costs. I'll have the book completely done, aside from the credits page, which I'll type after the campaign is done. So basically the print file will be essentially ready to go, minus that last page. I'll have the extras ready to go for postcards and whatever prints, whatever stuff we're including as far as pricing go. So when the campaign is done, there's not a long delay for waiting for people to get their prizes, and get the book. So the book will probably be about a 3 to 5 week wait. I think the printing about 3 weeks. Figure your time, get stuff in here, get it shipped up, or get stuff signed for people who want them signed, and getting shipped out. But the digital versions of the book will be ready essentially probably the day after the campaign closes, as well as any smaller media. We're thinking about maybe doing some postcards, and then maybe a few 8x10 prints. We're also going to be offering, on a high level, is a limited run of large prints. I'm still not having to decide which media we'll do, whether it will be like a metal print or our archival paper. I need to do a few tests and see what the image looks best on, but we'll probably do like a limited, maybe 1 of 10 signed copies for people who want to have some art in their walls. Aside from that, that's kind of the current update of where I am, which is in my little messy house at the moment. I get home from trips and sort of explode things. So that combined with the shooting yesterday, a video shoot, not gun shoot. The video shoot I did last night with a friend of mine. My house is a disaster to say the least, which is why the camera's on this little narrow corner, which still looks messy. I'll see what else. I guess that's it for right now. I will touch back in a couple days or so when I get have a chance to get this one edited, get uploaded, and we'll see if we can keep this thing kind of going a little bit. But thanks for stopping by.